Hello everyone. I actually got into some classic games. I only have two to showcase, and they're not super crazy, but the loot was really good. The the first game is in Europe, which I'm not a huge fan of playing in Europe because the ping is so high and it comes with a lot of issues on its own. But I was very desperate to get into some high gear lobbies. And then the second one is in Asia, which, I'm very hesitant to play, but like I said, I'm pretty desperate. I will be playing definitely a bit more passive than normal because when I die, it's not just like losing a kit and trying again, it's like another hour of waiting for a match. So I'm really trying to make the best of the games I can actually get into. So I'm gonna move into this first gold room to start working on it, but I want to check some spawns. And we actually hear something on the left and the right, so I know that there's two players here. And now I kind of want to wait and see what happens. So we hear someone come in, and I don't want to be the first to fight because since we heard two players, the chances of us getting third partied or the chances of them being teamers are pretty high, so I'm being very hesitant and patient to see. I'm just gonna very slowly work on this room in between invis and kind of just wait and see if we can get an opening to get someone by themselves. I will showcase the build I'm using at the end. I know a lot of people have been asking for me to actually show what I'm using. So it looks clear out here, and I still hear the person up in this other room. So I believe I can actually get a 1v1 here. Always check up top, people love to camp up there. And here we have a rogue. So I see him start to use vanish, so I'm going to hit him with fire to get rid of his invisibility. And now we can actually track where he is because he's taking the tick damage. Pretty chill fight here. But we hear someone coming up behind us, and we get hit with a thunderclap right away. Quick Blades does its thing and misses like usual. And yeah, just a really bad start, so I'm going to try to get away from this and reset, possibly. I'd much rather pick my fights, and if I'm going to fight like a Death Knight, I definitely want to lead with a backstab if I can. So we get away, and I see that the storm is going to be closing the gold room on the bottom left off. So I actually want to go do that room first before it gets cut off by the storm. So we're going to start working on this. Still doing it a little slowly because I want to be safe. And then we see this guy creeping in, crouch walking. And this room's set up like in a way to where I feel like I couldn't really get around for a backstab on him. Like I'm trying to wait for an opportunity. I think about jumping down there, but I also don't really want to get myself caught in like a small space like that down there. I'm gonna go back and reset. See if we can't find an opportunity to backstab. So he does jump down. Now I'm thinking this could be a good opportunity because he's fighting PvE, but the storm is closing in, and there's nothing worse than being a rogue stuck in the storm because you can't use your invisibility at all. So we're gonna have to cut our losses on this and just switch. We're just gonna have to go back to the other room we were working on. I also really don't like doing this room because the AI is so spread out and you have to open doors to get to some of them. But either way, I'm going to start working on it because I need to get some loot. So we did it, we finished the chest, but I feel like I heard something up top. And I do remember that guy crouch walking, so I want to be 100% sure before I get caught opening this chest. And what do you know, there was someone in here. My original plan was to just eat that parry and then quick blade afterwards, but he just died really fast. That must be just because the 20 out of 30 force. Like, I've never used it before, but the damage seems pretty crazy. But yeah, that's probably about it, I think, for the first match. I was very, surprised that I actually got into a game, and I have not made any money in a long time, so I'm just gonna extract with this. And then I do have one more match, but I cut out most of it because it was super boring of just looking for people and trying to loot up. But I do get a lot of loot at the end due to some good luck, and it was a pretty solid ending, so I am gonna show it. So in this match, there was a ton of stuff going on in the feed, but I could not find anyone. Every chest I went to was already looted. It was just crazy. But I opened this in case because the storm breaks those green portals, but only if they're not opened. If you open them first, you can still take them in the storm. And then I go do some last scouting, and I actually finally find somebody in here. At first, I think they're just PvEing in the storm to do this chest, but then I realize they are fighting a player. And right there, you see in the feed, he's hurt, so I'm just gonna push. Usually a bad idea to play outside the storm as a rogue, but he's very hurt, and I want to take advantage of it. Try my best to dodge the end of his dual sword combos. And we get the finish. Yeah, this lobby was seriously like blind luck. I got a ton of money from this game, and I didn't really have to do a whole lot, so that was cool. But yeah, the rest of this video is just looting, and then I showcase the build. It looks like we won't be getting any updates, any major updates until Season 1, which is still going to be a few weeks away at the least. So, looks like we're all just going to have to, do our best, try to have some fun, and just wait for Season 1, and hopefully it'll help save the game. I will still be making videos and stuff. Hopefully I can get into more classic games. I actually saw that Firebox shouted me out in his most recent video. He was playing Melee Rogue, so that was really cool to see. So here is the loot that we got from that match. Quite a bit of money. I believe after the treasures and everything, and then the auction house, I probably made around 800,000 from that one game, and then Yeah, probably like 200,000 something from the last game. So 2 matches made like $1 million. It was awesome. This is why I really miss high end gear like lobbies. But yeah, here's the build showcase. It's just 20 out of 30 force and pity of death from the chest piece. But that is about it, guys. I will catch you later. Bye.